Well, good evening. This is Terry, your Amazon private label coach and lifetime entrepreneur. And I just welcome you to this session where we're going to talk a little bit about those four criteria to look for in picking a product to sell private label on Amazon. Last week we talked about the seven criteria that would hold you back, that you wanted to look for, that would really stop you, that were bad for a private label product. And this week we're going to talk about the four areas to look for that are automatically guarantees that should be up there, and that's what we're going to talk about. But before, I've got a little slideshow, and then after the slideshow, when we talk about that, we're actually going to go to Amazon tonight, and I've got some products picked out. I want you to take a look at it. I'm going to tell you why I think they're good products and all that, and I hope you get something out of this. I prepared it, and I just want you to learn how to succeed in picking out products to sell on Amazon, because it's probably the hardest job you got to do. Because once you pick out the product, you just get a hold of, you put your bids out there to supplier and find a supplier that bid it, and that you know that you can will honor that guarantee and so you're off to the races. They send it to Amazon, and that's it. But before I get started, I need to give you just a little bit of information, as I've had every week so far, as to exactly where I'm coming from. As you can see, I'm no spring chicken. I'm 72 years old. I've been there, done that. I graduated from high school. I borrowed $200 or $300, I'm sorry, and within 2 weeks of starting, I had started my first business, and I've been in business ever since then. Been down here in South Florida now 36 years, and had my own business, all that time, but the main business I had was a decorating business, and I sold that about 10 years ago and started doing affiliate marketing and all that. So I've been there, done that, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this private label and doing it for the lifestyle, because that's what makes this course different from any other course out there. The other courses will teach you how to the source, maybe. I don't know. I can't speak for any of the others, but I know from experience what this course is designed for is not only the income you can make from private label, but it's also the lifestyle that private label is. Because lifestyle is the only one that can, private label is the only one that can give you the lifestyle where you can sit back, you can source your product, buy your product, have your product sent to Amazon. Amazon labels it if they have to. If not, you can commingle it, and Amazon sells it for you, and they send the check every 2 weeks. So all you have to do is check your inventory. When product needs to be ordered, it orders. You order it and have it sent to Amazon, and that's what we're going to teach you on this. We're not going to teach you how to box things up. We're not going to teach you how to label. We're not going to teach you how to do anything that stuff, because I think that is I just don't think it's necessary. If you look at the forums these last 2 weeks, and all these people, I respect them and everything else. They're talking about, I sent in 17 boxes, or I lift this, and he says, my back, I got to take a few days off and recover. I sent so much in, and I think that's all fine. I don't begrudge him a bit. I think that's fine if that's what you want to do, but that's not me. Like I say, I'm 72 years old. I don't want to work like that anymore. I want to enjoy the lifestyle, but I still want to have the income. And that's the reason I designed this course, and that's what makes this course set apart. So with that saying, we're going to go over to the slideshow, and we're going to get the slideshow going here. And it's just four quick things, and I think you're going to enjoy them. I hope you do anyway. And so when I get over here, let's get it, and we're going to get set on the slideshow. And where are we at? Oh, right here we are. And so we're going to bring this up on the screen, and this is where we're at. 4 criteria to consider when choosing a potential product to sell private label on Amazon. This is what, like I say, and I put that consider in red for just the very reason that you can do what you want. But this is something this is 4 criteria I think you need to consider, because I think it's the difference between profit and loss, success and failure. But you can do whatever you want. This is your business. You do what you want. But if you want to follow my advice, I'd consider this, because what it says is take your time, do it right, and it's going to pay you back big time. And that's what I mean. When you get to the point you get enough of these products in there, and Amazon sends you those checks every 2 weeks, it's just downright nice to get them. You just kind of count on that, and Amazon puts them into your bank account, and you're happy, your wife's happy, or your significant other is happy. just whatever. It makes a big difference. So without that, we're going to go into, here's the first one right here. And this we kind of talked about last week, but I'm going to go into a little bit more like this. It says, don't reinvent the wheel, make the wheel better. The reason I say that is because my philosophy is not to go to Alibaba, pick out a product you want to sell on Amazon, and then kind of put it up on Amazon. My advice is to go to Amazon, find a product that's selling good, find a product that's doing great, find a product that's ranked good, find a product that's turning over, makes fast turns and all that, and then make that product better and make it your own, and find somebody that's going to make it for you. So that's where we're coming from. So we're talking about don't reinvent the wheel, make the wheel better. So the first thing you got to do, if you find that product you like and you say, oh man, I'd really like to sell that product. I think that product would be great. That would fit in with my personality. That product would just go. So read the reviews. Read the views of your competitor. What are the customers unhappy about? It might be that they're saying the thing is hard to clean. So then when you go to get bids on it, make sure that what you're sourcing or what your business is make it easier to clean. Maybe you have to tweak a few things. The manufacturer can do that. They have no problem on that. You'd be surprised what they can do if you just ask them. The quickest way to get exactly what you want is to ask for it. You can hem and haw and say, oh, I like this, maybe that, but just ask for it and ask exactly what you want. And then ask it 2 or 3 times, because if you're sourcing from overseas, say in China or something like that, sometimes exactly what you want gets lost in the translation. So just make sure and go through everything and just dot your I's and cross your T's and do whatever you have to make sure, but then be creative, make the product better. So how do you make a product better? I don't know. Let's say that it's well, I sell some cutting boards on it. One way I make the product better, hardly anybody gave him any instructions on how to take care of it, or how to size the boards, how to make them stay together, and how to make it better. Most of the cutting boards that are sold on Amazon are 3/8 inches. Mine are 5/8 inches, which makes it almost a 1/2 inch bigger. And they're thicker. They stay together longer and they're better. And there's also another product I have that it's a rejuvenating lotion that it works with this product, and the instructions are in there. So that's how I made the product better. So you turn a negative into a positive. When you find what customers don't like about your competitor's product, turn that right around, turn that into a positive. Make sure, work with the manufacturer and correct that product right there before you get it out. And sometimes, some of these guys you can vote those reviews up and down. So don't just look at the first 5 or 6 reviews. Go all the way down and try and find the 2-star and the 1-star or the 3-star reviews, and find out what they're dissatisfied with, and write that down. And that's what you're going to make. That's how you're going to turn a negative into a positive. You're going to make that product of yours better. You're going to make it so much better than your competition, and you're going to brag about it in your sales copy, in your bullet points, and that's the things you're going to bring out. So that's how you turn a negative into a positive. And then we talk about price. I've got price above $10, and so I suppose if you want it on the other end, I'd be a hypocrite if I say this. I know a lot of people talk about $70 or something like that. I've got products on Amazon right now that I got some that sell $500, and I got some that sell at $700. Matter of fact, I sold a $700 product today, last night. But anyway, I don't know. I hate to put a cap on that, because the higher your price, you're not going to sell as many. But what you are going to do is make more money for each time you sell. So you judge it. I'm not going to put one there, but I'm going to say it's hard to make any money at anything less than $10, unless you find something that you can buy for 25, 30 cents and sell it for $10. Then more power to you. Then I say go for it, because you're going to make $3, $4 at each sale. And if you get that up there, and if it's running at a good rank or something like that, if you can make $300, $400 a day with one product, go for it. Nothing wrong with that. So like I say, don't reinvent the wheel, make the wheel better. That's how you win in this game. So we're going to go on here. So what rank do I look for? Well, I suggest, and once again, Uh, category 1 to 500. In other words, the closer you can get to zero, the better. In other words, we see down below, how low can you go? And the guy right there scratching his head, how low can you go? If you can source a number one product in any rank, man, that stuff's going to fly off that. You're selling hundreds a day. So just judge whatever you want. But 1 to 500, what rank do I look for? Let's keep it in the 1 to 500. You can go over that, go to 1,000. But it's all up to you. The closer you keep to zero, the faster they're going to fly off the shelf. So, and then subcategories. And maybe if you don't know what a subcategory, when we get over their thing, I will kind of show you what a subcategory is. But I wouldn't go any lower than 20 in some of those subcategories. Depends on how sub you get, and we'll show those to you after a while. I've got, like I say, that product that I'm was just telling you about, that $700 product. I think in my main category, it's over 100,000 in the main category, but in the subcategory, it's like number 8. No, number 5, I think. Some of it changes. So anyway, but it's in there. But that's some of it. And some of this stuff, after you get it, is just common sense. I can't tell you until I look at a product and you get some feel for it, and look at that. You can go to Camel, looks how it's going to sell for the week and for the year, and how the price, if it fluctuates, or like Dwayne Miles has got that Christmas curve. Don't be concerned too much about that one, because on private label, we're in there for the year. We're selling that product, and we want to sell that product the next year and that. So we just keep product in stock. We don't have to worry about Christmas curves or any of that other kind of stuff. That's for the retail arbitrage, and more power to them. They want to keep track of all that. That's what they need to do, because they don't send that much in. But in private label, we're talking about sending it in month after month after month. Or if you do like I do, a lot of my products, I try to send a year's supply in if I can. And that just means what do I do? It takes me a couple weeks to research the product, look at it, and everything like that. It might take, depends if you send it by air or sea, it take a couple weeks to get it, or it could take a couple months if you go by sea. But once you do it, then you've got a year's supply product in there. And so you don't have to worry about it until about 9 months later, when it's time to reorder. You just place the reorder, and that's about it. So what rank do I look for? Once again, main category 1 to 500, subcategory 1 to 20. And then remember this, because this is where the secret is. How low can you go? It's almost like we're doing the limbo here or something, but this is how low can you go? So, there we go. How many reviews can you overcome? Once again, we talked a little bit about this last week. Reviews cost money. Can you afford to get more? So let me ask you, I hope you all understand how Amazon, let's say if you put into the search bar on Amazon.com, go in and you put blue widgets, and Amazon has got Terry's blue widgets, Sabine's blue widgets, Chuck's blue widgets, Joe's work blue widgets, and Larry's blue widgets. How do they know whose blue widgets to put up, to show up? Well, I'm going to tell you. They're going to put that person's blue widgets who's got the most reviews, the most positive reviews that they've got, and that's who they're going to put up. Because Amazon has one criteria, folks, and I've said this again, and I'm going to say it probably every hang up that you listen to me. Amazon has got one thing, and that's to provide their customers with the most important best service product they can get. They want their customers to win, because when their customers win, they win, and when their customers win, you win, because you've got to afford. Amazon is all about service, and the better your service, the better you get across, the more you can do, and the better you can make the product, and the more Amazon's going to love you. And let's face it, we're in Amazon's ballpark. So the more Amazon loves you, the better off you are, and the more you're going to get up there, and the more you're going to show your product, and the more they're going to feature you. So Get used to it. Get used to it. It's Amazon's ball game. Make that product the best you can. Make it the most customer friendly you can, and jump over those reviews. So how do you get more reviews? Well, the best way, now maybe not the best way, but one of the fastest ways you can do is for you to, if you've got your new product and you got it in there, is to go to a forum you belong to, or maybe a group or something like that, and say, hey guys, I've got a new product on Amazon, and I'd sure like to get it out there, and I'd like some people to test it for me. What I would like to do is I'm going to sell this. It's a $12 product, and I'm going to give it to you for $2. And all the thing I ask is you buy the product, and then you, after you use it a couple days or a few days in that, I want you to rewrite me a review and just let people know how you feel about the product. Now, I want you to notice one thing. I did not say I want a 5-star review or I want a great review or anything like that. I said I want you to write me a review and tell me how you feel about it, because that's what Google wants, and that's okay. And not Google, but Amazon, and that's what Amazon approves of that, and they'll go for that. They don't mind that. But if you go and ask for a 5-star review, that's against their toss. That's against their rules on that. So cut it out. Quit messing around. You know, if your product is good, you're going to get 5-star reviews anyway. You know, and especially if those people are your friends on the forum and that, they're not going to ding you. They might tell you privately or something like that if they think something's a little bad about it. But if it's a good product, and you can stand behind that product and you love that product, it's going to get good reviews. So you don't have to worry about it. And you don't have to ask for a 5-star. You just tell the people that you just like to give them the product, so you get it out there and get it shown, and just ask them to give you a review. And that's all you need to do. And believe me, when you do that, you're going to start jumping over the review hurdles. You're going to get up there and you're going to get it. If they've got 100 reviews, man, I tell you what, it might cost you how much you figure out how much you're going to lose. You know, how much afford can you to put those out there for $2? If you lose $2 a piece and you need 110 reviews, that means it's going to cost you $220. But if you're talking about a product that flies off the shelf, that you're getting good rank with and everything else, isn't it better to lose $220 and get that sucker moving, get that product going, get that product get people excited about that product, get those reviews coming in there and getting up so you're number one on the rankings? Oh man, that's better than the buy box any day. That's pure gold. So get those reviews. How many reviews can you overcome? Think about it. You know your money. I don't. You got to know it. And I'll work with you, but get those reviews, and let's overcome those reviews. Let's get those reviews in there. Let's get your product selling. All right. And then this is the last thing, and I really think this is the most important, because all it says is, does it fit your passion? So what do I mean about that? I gave this example last week, and it was something that I was taught, gosh, when I was a young guy. Somebody taught me that, and they said, if you go to your closet and you're going to pick your clothes, take your clothes, and there's some clothes in there that you feel like $1 million. Man, when you put that on, you just automatically strut your stuff because you know you're looking good. And then there's other clothes in that closet that when you put them on, you know you're going to feel funky. You're gonna not feel good about yourself because they don't fit you, they don't look good, or anything else. So that's the same way. And so my question is, why would you wear the funky clothes? Why would you wear the funky clothes? The same thing. Does the product, why would you buy a funky product that you don't like? So the main thing is, do you like the product? Make sure it's a product that you like, that you can be proud of, that you can stand for. You can write about that product. You know, can you write about the product? Because you're going to have to do the listing. You're going to have to do the bullet points. You're going to have to do the description. You know, and man, I'm telling you, that is gold. Title, bullet points, and description. That's gold when it comes to private label products. So many people just take products and put it up there and hope to God it's selling, and don't give a hoot about the listing or anything else. But we're going to teach you in the course how to write a good listing. We're going to teach you how to write about that product, those bullet points. We're going to teach you about the description. You get 2,000 characters in that description, and man, that's 2,000 pieces of gold. You want to make sure that on that description that it's full, and you've got bullet points, and you've got because you can use HTML for the description. I don't know if you know that or not. You can use HTML, so you want to make sure that you're going to bold stuff. You're going to just make that description pop. So create people interest in the product, so they want to buy it. And then with that description, you're going to have a call to action at the bottom of that description, and you're going to make that product. That's the kind of, but you're going to cause people to want to buy your product when you write about it, when you like the product, and are you proud of the product? That's the main thing. Look at her. She's holding her chest out here. She's found her product that she loves, and she's ready to go. She's ready to write that description. She's ready to write your introductory in that. So what can I tell you? That's your four. That's those four criteria that we talked about. And with that, we're going to go over to Amazon here in a minute. But what can I tell you? Those are those four criteria. And are they important? Yes. They're darn important. They're really important because that's your product. It's not like you're doing retail arbitrage where you go out and pick something and, oh, there's something I can sell to Amazon. You might not even like it. You ship it up, you pack it up, you bag it up, and you send it to Amazon, and you're done with it, and you just hope somebody buys it. That's fine. That's all well and good. Nothing wrong with that. You use a scanner to make your decisions. But that's not what private label is about. Private label is finding that product that you're proud of, probably the product that you can write about, you can be proud of, you can show off, you use yourself. That's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about, private label. Private label is so much different from all the others. In wholesale, you take this and you copy a description and you send products in that are selling, and basically, because somebody else has probably listed the products, you really can't change much or anything like that. But private label, you can change the description, you can tweak the description, you can change the keywords in that description, you can do whatever you have to get that product going, and that's where it's at. So with that said, what we're going to do next is we're going to take a little field trip. So if you all want to get the bucks behind me, we're going to go over to Amazon, and I've got some products picked out that I think you're going to like. I ran through them this afternoon. I tell you one thing, the rankings change. So as a matter of fact, I started this Wednesday afternoon late or something like that, and I had some products picked out. And so today I went back over to get them lined up and get the screens up here and everything like that. And I found out that they had moved in that, and so I've got the screens all three of them separated because I don't know if you know it. We're going to go over to the top 100 in some of these categories, and those things change by the minute. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but they do. And it'll tell you right on there that the rankings, that they change. What might be number 5 today might be 25 tomorrow, because it just depends on how many sell. Somebody might come in and buy a bunch and cause it to go up to 5, and the next day it doesn't sell that many, so it goes down to 25. But most of those ones that you're going to see, and you can always go to Camel and check the rankings and see how long it's been there. But so without further ado, we're going to go over to Google here. Not Google, go over to Amazon. And so we're going to go over there, and we're going to show you this one here. And here's the first product. I hope you can see it there. This is clay hanging keepsake kit. And what that is, if you can't see it, it's basically consists of a piece of clay, and a couple ribbons, and let me see. Yes, it's soft, dry clay. It makes 2 possible depending on the no mixing, no baking. Dress and durable lifestyle. Includes pink, light blue, and yellow ribbon. All right. Now this I'm going to show you. This one here, and I want you to say we're going to go in a minute here, but it's got 177 customer reviews. 7 answered cues. It's #1 seller in baby keepsakes, box, and tins. We're going to go down here in a minute, but I want you to look at something over here. This is what this is not a very good product. I mean, I think this is an excellent product for somebody to source and bring in, and I think you could trample this guy in a matter of days, because let me show you some stuff over here. This is where we go right here. Okay, that's not going to let me bring those up. But this one says stool not included. And the other slide over here says these bows are not included. They've got some ribbons over here. You get 3 ribbons with it. But let me ask you, why? Remember I told you make a product bigger. So why, if it was, and if you go, we're going to read the reviews and some of that stuff, you'll find out that it's not really shoot. Why isn't this going down with me now? It's supposed to rotate. Gosh darn it. Okay. But I want to show you. I had this all set, guys, and now no. Shoot. All right. I don't know if I'm going to get to it or not, but I'll tell you where it is. The rag, it's like number 6 or 7 in, maybe I've got it down right here. Clay hangers. It's number 42 in baby. And number 42 in baby, that's a major category. So it's definitely within the 1 to 500. It's number 42 in baby. But let me say, it's only got 177 customer reviews, which, like I say, you can take that out in a matter of minutes. Now, one thing that does is, let me say, ask this, and I've talked to you about this before, is what about if you take that and you're going to put that in the box? You're going to put it in the box, that kit. And what if, like I say, what if it says right here, stand not included? So why in the heck, that stand, if you're going to source that from someplace like China or something like that, might cost you 20, 25 cents. Why wouldn't you include that? Those bows might cost you 2 or 3 cents a piece. So why would you not include those? You know, I don't understand this guy. I really don't. He's selling it for $12.95. You know, if you do that, put it in a nice box and everything, you could bring that up to $14.95. You know, and you'd have no problem. You'd sell that like crazy. That is a good product. You know, what can I tell you? I need to get this here where I can. I'm going to try and move this here, folks. No, that's not what I want. There we are. Now, it's still not going to let me move, and I don't know why not. I feel bad about that, but what am I going to say? We're going to make that. But let me go on about this thing. Like I say, you can add that stuff to it. I think you can increase the price for up to $14.95, and I think you'd have one heck of a product, because that's something every parent wants, especially when you're having your firstborn in that. Now, if you're like me, I had 8 kids, and believe me, the first one might have got that, and the second one maybe, but when we got to the 8th, nah, I wasn't going to buy anything like that. You know, what can I tell you? It's not that you don't love the 8th one any more than you do the first one. It's just that by the time you get down to that 8th, you know, you're through that. So, but that's what we're talking about, and that's one of the products I picked out for you. Like I say, it's in baby. If you go look at it at a little bit this afternoon, it was number 4, and if you right here where you click on where it says best sellers, you go to baby, you know, and then go to best sellers, and you're going to come to here. So, and that's where it's at. Now I got to try and finish. I don't know how I'm going to do this here. Somehow I had this all set before we started, and now it's not. It's I guess a slideshow. Hold on a minute here. I don't know. Let me figure out how I can get this. Let's stop the screen share right now a minute. I'm going to have to go in and talk that, and I'm going to keep talking here. I'm going to turn the camera off, put this on here, and I'm going to see what I can do. Just a minute to well, you can watch me right here. PowerPoint, Amazon Clay Hanger, share. Okay, back. There we go. Okay, now that's what I got. Okay, there I got it. So, and I hope everybody can still see that. Now we're going to talk about this one here, and now that is moving for me. So why the other one didn't, I don't know, and I apologize. Uh, oh man, I want to make sure I got. Well, my camera doesn't make any difference. I think we're screen sharing now, and so we're going to present. So we're presenting to everybody. All right, this is the one I want to show you. This is kind of all the ones I picked out. This one is probably my favorite. And I'm going to ask because I think it's a lousy listing. I think you could jump on this. It's got a really good rank. The cat is number 16 in, well, let's go down here. I think I'm doing right here. Let me show you what I like about this. Amazon bestseller rank is 1,125 in kitchen and dining. Now, I know that's high, but I want you to look there. It's number 15 in kitchen, dining, and ice cream molds and trays. And if you click that ice cube molds and trays, that will take you over to the top 100 in ice cube molds and trays, and you'll find out that this one here is number 15. But I think that's great. I think this thing is selling. I bet you it's selling 15, 20 a day, if not more than that. But the thing I like about this, I think, like I say, that is a lousy. Look at that picture. It's zoomable, so that's about the only thing good they did. And it's got this here, which is a lousy picture, and that one there is the same picture. They put the same picture twice. So, and I should have showed you on the other one, but I couldn't zoom it. That's right. But this one's working. So look at that. It's got what can I tell you? It's got it's only got one picture. If you look at that, the other one, somebody just put two together, and that's a terrible picture. It's not even zoomable, but you're allowed 7 pictures. So just think, if you hire somebody or do it yourself, build yourself a little box, and I can show you how to build that box, but and make pictures like we're going to show you the next one, where they have a bunch of pictures and how good they are. That's what's missing in this is pictures. It's not presented in a box. Now, if you could take that item, and they're only selling it for $9.89, but like I say, it's number whatever it is. It's number 16 in its category. So that's really good. But what about to make this product better? Now, just follow me. What about if you're going to when you package that box, instead of I think it comes in only just a piece of bubble wrap, or not bubble wrap, but cellophane over, shrunk wrap over, and that's all you get. So what if you put that in a box? You put it in a nice decorator box. You put some instructions in there. You put some recipes in there where you can make ice cubes with you could put mint leaves. You could put all kind of different stuff in there. You could put carrot sticks, whatever you want in those ice cubes. So to make it interesting, maraschino cherries. You could put a lot of different stuff. You could put those recipes in that box. You could put a love letter in that box, like we talked about last week. Telling the people how much you appreciate them, and tell them to go to your website and register the product, while you'll give them more information and all that. So this is all stuff you can do to make this better and make it better. I think the main thing right there is doing something with those pictures. Those are pathetic, and then that $9.89, I think if you do that, put it in a nice box, presentable, I think you could boost that up to $12, $13. Now, let me tell you about something else. And I thought about this, and I really think this is, like I say, of the 3 we're going to do tonight, this is my favorite, because what about if you got that cat, but what about the poor dog? You could have a dog ice cube tray. Suppose you wanted to make it seasonal. Right now, you could have a Christmas tree ice cube tray. You could have a wreath ice cube tray, different things. You got coming up Halloween, you could have a heart ice cube tray. These are all different things you can do. And whoever's making that, and I'd be willing to bet, let's go right down here. It doesn't say shipping away, customer reviews. No. Sometimes on that newer system, they've got where it's got everything. It tells you what country good. But I'd be willing to bet any amount of money that this is a China product. I can't tell from there. It doesn't say. But I'd be willing to bet that it does. And I think this is a great product. I think there's nothing wrong with this product. It just needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be jazzed up, or if you want, or sexied up, or whatever you want to call it. But it needs to have some pizzazz. It doesn't. It just kind of sits there and you know. You need that pictures to pop when you roll over there, and when you go that you need to you take advantage. If you Amazon gives you 7 places for pictures, and man, you need to be in those. You need to look at those. I mean, you need 7 pictures. You need all 7 of them and different things. And you need something with this beside with the ice cubes, the picture of what the ice cubes it makes, maybe the ice cubes in a drink in the mold, or whatever you want. The Amazon says first, the main picture has to be a plain white background with just the product. After that, you can show pictures of the ice cube. You can show pictures of the ice cube in a drink and all that. There's all different kind of things. But like I say, I think this is a great, and I bet you if you'd go to Amazon or Global Sources or one of those places like that, put it in, I think you'd find a number of manufacturers that could make that, and they could make hearts, and they could make, well, I was thought about a flag, but a flag you couldn't, because it'd be hard to make the stars and stripes, but you could do all kind of different stuff for holidays. You could make it like a sparkler or ice cube, I guess, or you could make it different things for different holidays. Just use your brain, think outside the box, and you can come up with all kind of different stuff for this. So with that being said, I'm going to go to this next one here, and I think you're going to like this one here. It's kind of on the same way. It's in the same category. Now, where is it at? Oh, there it is. This is a Chills Ice Ball Maker. Blacks, flexible, sealable tray, molds for round ice ball spears. And here's. Look at these. Now, this is what I wanted to show you about the pictures. I want you to look at these pictures. I don't know if you can see it. That's in a box. This guy knows what he's doing. He's putting his product in a box, because in that box, remember, you can put your love letter to your customer. You can put things telling them to go to your website and register that product, so you get them on your mailing list. There's just all kind of things by putting the product in a box. You know, that box might cost you an extra 25 cents by the time you get the box and the inserts and all in there, but that's gold, man. That'll pay for itself in no time, especially if you get them on the mailing list. You get those people interested in your products. If you're going to go with something like this, and maybe you come out with you got an ice ball, so the next time you come out with that cat or whatever, and people are interested, because if they're interested, if they're serving these fancy ice cubes, then they're interested in doing something else. And look at this. It's $11.25, which is not a bad price. But I think if you can fancy that up, maybe put a little. Well, it's got a nice box in that, but you can fancy that up. Put a little thing in there. I think you could boost it. I think you could get another $2 out of that, or maybe $1 or something like that. But it depends on what it costs you. I don't think that's going to cost you more than. I could be wrong. Maybe $1.25 if you're going to source it overseas. And chances are you might be able to source it in the States here. Certain places that we're going to teach you about, you can go and get it in here. But that is one heck of a good product, and I really think you can. And look, and your rank right here. I want you to look at this one now, and it's 179 in kitchen and dining. That's a great rank. That's between 1 and 500 of a top ranking. What do you call it? But it's number 1 in margarita glasses. It's number 3 in ice cube molds and trays, and it's number 10 in kitchen and dining glassware and drinkware. That means that there is 4 categories right there that when people click on that, when they ask for the best sellers in those, that's 4 different places that one product is going to show up, and that's going to rank for. And that is pure gold, folks. And I talked to you about it. This one here, and I didn't go through with the other one, but and look at this. I want to show you that this guy is doing a good job. Look at the way he's got a description. And look at that. It's, as I said, you've got 2,000 characters. Use every one of those characters. If you don't use 10, shame on you. You need to use all 2,000. You need look at that 100% BFA food grade silicone. Use that stuff. The main benefits, and then what we taught you, and this is what we're going to do right now. Look here, and let's see what people, people are saying about it. We're going to go here, and those are all 5-star. So let's go see all 98 customer reviews. I'll bet we can find a 3 or a 2. Let's see what we can find. All right, here's one. Let me see. See. All right, here's a 2-star review. Case appears bigger in the photos. And that was all. This guy really must have had it in for this guy here, because that doesn't, to me, I wouldn't have given somebody a 2-star review for that, but he did. Decent balls. Let me see. The design is a little funky and comes apart when water is in it. I have to fill up the top portion with water to weigh down the top and keep it from lifting. It does what it's supposed to do with a little work, but it could be a lot better. So there, see, that's awesome, guys. That's gold right there, because when you're doing your description for you, if you're going to build a product to compete with this, man, you want to make sure that you answer every one of these complaints, that you make yours better. And look at here, there's more here. I don't know, these are all 4-star. Here's another 2-star. I really like that, I really like that. I was really excited because of the picture. However, it's poorly constructed. The tray does not seal properly. So instead of 4 ice balls, you get 4 ice balls attached in a square tray. It makes ice, but if you're hoping for ice balls, you're going to be disappointed. So apparently, just from those 2, but I think if we go on, we're going to find some more, and I'm not going to bother you with that. We're going to go back, but you're going to look, and that's one thing that I talk to the manufacturer about when you get your prices and everything, saying that we have complaints. How well does yours seal? And get that down, and so that's a bullet point you say, is that it seals good. It's going to make good ice balls. That's just stuff that you have to be prepared for. You have to be ready for. And that's how you learn, and that's how you make a product better. You look at the reviews, find out what the people don't like about your competitors, and then you want to make sure your product fills that gap. Your product takes care of that. And one more time, this product has only got 98 customer reviews. So that means you're going to have to, if you use the method I was talking about a while ago, you're going to have to use lose some money on 98 or 100, because you want to get at least 100 if you're 98. So you're better than that, but that's something. But like I say, this guy did an excellent job. I want you to look at those pictures. Those pictures pop, and this guy either did it himself or he spent some money on those pictures. They could be a graphic designer could have made it, and if you are, there's nothing wrong with it. I use a lot of graphic designers for my pictures, because sometimes pictures don't come out exactly the way they want. A graphic designer and that can improve those pictures, make those pictures right. You don't want to change the substance or anything, but you want those to pick. Look how this shadows and everything over there. Look at that. That is good. Those are excellent pictures. This guy did an excellent job of the picture. He did an excellent job on his description and all that. But I wanted to see that because no. You can do this one better. It's only got 98 customer reviews, and I think you're good to go. So we did the clay hang. I'm going to go back one more time, and I don't understand this clay hang. There it is. Now this is what I wanted to show you. This one here, those pictures. See, they're not very good. See that? So it says stand not included. And this is the first product. I'm going back because I don't know what happened when I was there. I couldn't get it to work. I apologize. I'm learning all I can. I've taken a course on this Google Hangout, and I really love the program because one of the nice things about it, once we get into the course and we get going, man, when your time comes for your, for your free session with me, why, man, we can go to Google Hangout. We can play with it on the computer. We can go in there, just you and I, and we can go over and we can talk about the stuff you're thinking about selling or whatever you want. I can give you my advice, and we can work on it. And if there's something I got to research for you, I'm going to research for you, because that's what it's all about. I want to be your coach. I want to work for you. That's what you're going to be paying me for when you buy the course. That's what you're going to be paying me for. If you're not, and you're just listening to get ideas, well, I'm thankful for that, because I hope that someday that we can do business together. But maybe if we can't, that's fine too. I just want to try to teach it because I'm interested in having people succeed. But I'm interested in having people succeed the lifestyle way, and that's what's so much important. But there I go preaching again, and I need to get off of that. But I say, there's what I was talking about, stand not included, and this is here. Now that's the customer's photo, and I want you to see that right there. Paint, stands, and bow not included in paints, stands, and bows not included in the kit. Now let me ask you, the stands and the bows, I can see the paint. That's not that important. But and if you go paint, then you're running into hazmat problems. So stay away from paint. But the stands and the bows, there's no reason why that couldn't have been included in that kit. And it's selling for $20.95. You might have to raise the price $2-3 more bucks, but that's okay, because that's just making more money. Your percentage, and goes up. You go up, the customer's happy, because those are neat. That's neat. Who doesn't want a picture of your firstborn baby's feet or your hands or whatever? Like I say, when you get to the 8th, well, that's a different story. And my 8th will tell you that she feels neglected, but I love her dearly, and all that. So, okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing right here. We're going to go back. Oh, I got my camera on. All right. And I'm here. Now you can see my face right here. And you know what happened? For some reason, I cannot read the I'm going to see if I can raise this up here. Oh, I know what I got to do. I'm sorry. Let me go back over one more second. I got to go back to this thing right here, this one here, and I need to go back, and I need to bring something, this right here. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to bring that up. Did anybody put their is there any questions or anything? I don't see any there. So we're going to stop. We're going to go back over here, and I'm right here. So I got it down below. What can I tell you? I put the I put the thing for the course in there. I don't know where, if I can find it here. It was here. I don't know. It's going to watch. Boy, I'm telling you, I am having trouble with this thing right here. So I'm back here, and I don't see any questions. So what can I tell you? I don't know what answer you, but I'm just going to go on for a few minutes here, because said we go for an hour, and I just appreciate each and every one of you, and I want you to know that I'm interested in being your coach. I would like to be your coach. It's what I prepared for when I went to CES, Jim Cochran's thing. I talked to a few people that have since become my beta testers and all that, and we prepared a course like that, and we're all waiting for you inside the course. The course is done. Like I say, it's a platform that's not done, and the platform is being built over in the Philippines, and they had that typhoon last week, and sent them back a few more days, but we're just about there, and it's just about there. So if you go to the course, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can put it right here, say something. I'm going to put it should still be on here, paste. Yes, there is the link to the information page for the course. Now, when you get to the bottom, it's a sales page for the course, but when you get to the bottom, it's going to say the product is not live yet. That if you just sign up for the page, then you're going to be fine, because you just sign up for the page, and just as soon as the course goes live, I will send you an email or something like that. And I all I can say is I thank you for waiting, because I put it in. But what we've got is in the, you can read about it. Is the bonuses and everything like that. You're going to get a free 30-day for the the live hangout, because with the course, you not only get the course, you get, there's 43, something like that, videos right now. I'm also working on 3 more, because believe it or not, this is going to be a work in action, because as I've came out, or as I've changed the, since I've been building the course, is what I want to say. Since I've been Google has made some changes to how they want their title, especially in a couple departments. So I kind of think I know what they want, but they haven't come out and said it. And they're getting a little bit. It scares me a little bit, because they're getting a little bit like Google. Google, you know, when they make those algorithm changes, wouldn't tell anybody. And Amazon hasn't said anything either. And I want to get to the bottom and find out before I show you how to change it, because you're going to have to make changes. They went from 200 characters to 100 or 250 to 100, and they made some changes, and they blocked a bunch of listings, and we had to change it. I had to change 2 of my listings, which is fine with me. I had no problem with that. It's not that, but I need to know what the game rules are, so I can play, so we can play right, and I can teach you that. And so that's a video in waiting. We've done a couple more videos on different other places to source from. We've got some in there on worldwide brands. We've got it on Alibaba. We've got it on global sources, and that we're going to put a couple more in there, because it's important you have different options to source, because you know, maybe you can't get the best deal, or somebody tries to give you a deal. You need to have options, and you need to have those options. Because remember, I said it's all about getting it set up the first time, because once you get it set up, once you get your product sent in and send it in, for the rest of the time, all you do is just watch your inventory and make sure you send inventories in, and Google's going to send you the check. But we're going to stay with you with that course. And I didn't mean to sound like, but I've got a few extra minutes here, and I'm going to talk about the course, because I'm really proud of it. It's got those videos in it, and the neat thing about it is we're going to have 2 at least private hangouts for people that have joined the course and members of the course a month. And not only that, you're going to get private time with me to go over. You can get your questions, get them on, and you and I are going to be on a hangout only by ourselves, be a private hangout. The only person that can watch it is you and me. And we're going to go on there, and we're going to go through some of the criteria, whatever you want to go through. I'm yours for that amount of time. And I just can't wait, because I'm really excited. I want you guys to succeed, and I hope you know that, because this thing about just throwing a bunch of against the wall and hoping something sticks is for the birds. You need to do your due diligence. You need to do it right. You need to prepare and get the right products and get them in there, and you're going to succeed, and it's going to be so well worth it. Remember that first slide I told you about? Take your time, do it right, and it's going to pay big time, and it will. Let's not be throwing a bunch of stuff up there and hoping we can get it next week or something like that. We want stuff that we're going to be able to get this week, next year, because once you get it, and if you keep doing it right, keep promoting it right, we're going to keep promoting right, you're going to do great. And that's another thing I've got down too, that one of the things that I think you know this from us, I am a graduate of the first ASM course, and one of the things that with the ASM course is they give you a press release. That's part of they've got a press release built in there, and I can send in up to 3 press releases a day. And I was worried about that, because I had known, and I know there's 2 or 3 different places out there, but Sabine sent me an email the other day and gave me a lead on a place, and I'm checking that out. And if it is, we're going to put a video in about that, because like the main thing, I want to make it easy for you. I want places that you can use, places that are going to work. I'm not going to fill you give you stuff that doesn't work. I'm going to, even and one of the main things about that is I'm going to tell you right up front that when you're going to get some of my links and stuff like that in the course and everything like that, I'm going to tell you they're affiliate links, because I'm just like you. I've got to support my family. I've got to do whatever it takes. And if I'm going to be your coach, if I'm going to be your coach and help you, I've got to be available to you all the time. And that means I can't quit for a couple of months because it's a Q4. I can't do other things. I'm going to be your coach, and that I need to make a certain amount of money. I don't have to make a lot of money. I'm retired. I love doing this, and I want to do this. But my wife, she insists that I make some extra money. I don't quite understand why, but she does, and so that's what it's all about. I use affiliate links in mine, and I make no bones about it. I'm going to tell you up front that they're affiliate links. But the thing about it is, when you click on one of those links, it's not going to cost you a cent more by using my affiliate link than if you go right to the site. You'd pay the same price. You're not paying any more or anything else. I'm just getting a little bit of what you pay for it, so to help me and help my family along, so keep us out of the poorhouse. But basically, that's what it's all about. So I think with that, we're getting close to. I got 4 minutes to go for an hour, but I think we've probably done enough. I've got. What can I tell you? I put the link down there. Sign up for information on the course. I would love you to join it. It's going to be, hopefully it's going to be live within the next week or so. They keep saying it is. I heard the other day that we're just about there. I don't know, but I've heard that before. So I'm not going to tell you that. I just tell you that I would love to have you join us. I would like to be your coach. I'd like to help you get set up. I'd like to see you enjoy retirement, because I think I mentioned a little bit about this. Part of the culmination of this course goes into another course, but then you have to be making quite a little bit of money every month, and you will if you follow the steps and we go along. But if you're to the point where you're selling $50,000 at least 3 months in a row, then we have another course or another program called the Marco Polo program, where of all things, but Marco Polo went to the Orient and sourced, and that's what we're going to do. It might be China, it might be someplace in Indonesia, it might be where do I want to say? I don't know. It could be any of those places. But we're going to go, and that's where we're going to go on sourcing trips a couple times a year, and we're going to have meetings and all that, but we're going to enjoy the lifestyle. That's what it's all about. So with that being said, I want to thank you for watching this tonight. I really appreciate it. Like I say, what can I say? I'm just excited. I'm ready to get going. I just wish the course was live now so we can get you going and get you started, because there's going to be a lot of people in for a big letdown after the first of the year, because those products that are selling like hotcakes now, quite frankly, a lot of them are going to tank, and that's okay. That's the life cycle. But when you're doing private label, you don't have to worry about that. You don't, because it all just levels out and even. So with that said, I'm going to stop this broadcast. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate you coming. And if I can answer any questions, you can ask questions down below there, or you can PM me at I'm at plus Terry Shire, TerrySchirer in Google Plus. If I'm on Terry Shire at what do you want? Where they're having the Facebook. I'm sorry. And by the way, I need to tell you that those people that know me as Enduring Bamboo, I had the darndest thing happen. Facebook, about a week, maybe it's a little bit over a week ago, I went to log into my account one day, and they said, "You're not really Enduring Bamboo. What's your real name?" And I thought, well, I've got no problem telling them that. I didn't think they changed anything, so I put Terry Shire in there, and lo and behold, I clicked it, and everything was fine. And the next day I go log back in, and they changed it. They took it off they left the Enduring Bamboo on the chat part for when I'm visiting another site or something like that, for about a week or so. But now they've even taken that and they changed that to Terry Shire. So Terry Shire is Enduring Bamboo. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Google Plus. Just PM me and ask me anything you want. I would be glad. I would love to help you out. Like I say, I can't wait for the course to get started. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. So with that, I think it's time right now. Yes, it's exactly 9 o'clock, so that's a good time to quit. But I thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next week. We're going to talk about. I'm not quite sure. I've got some a couple things planned, and I just want to go through it in my mind and go through some different things to decide. But I shall see you next week, Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and hopefully it would be really great if I see you in the course by then. But I don't know, not crossing my fingers. I guess maybe I will cross my fingers, whatever. So anyway, I thank you. You have a good week, and I really appreciate you being here, and have a good week. Thank you.